everyone. So here's a quick video on how to use beans within Tableau. So beans are important for classification. What do I mean? Let's use this data source, the sample EU Superstore data source, and I've opened a new sheet to illustrate this example. So let's use this sales as the field. Now you may not understand the usefulness of or the importance of this bar chart because it is continuous and it has classification. It's simple to understand. But when you want to create a text table, you want to see individual values within sales, and it becomes so cumbersome. What do? Let's take, for example, let's change this to a dimension and let's make this discrete. Now you see individual sales in here, all right? And you keep scrolling to the end. And you're like, how do you know the band, basically, of each of the sales? How many sales? I just want to know the sales are fall short within the range of 0 to 1,000. I want to see sales that are below 100,000 and that kind of category. So you want to see them in that groups, in those chunks. You're interested in knowing that band to say, okay, the sales, number of sales are within the range of 0 to 1,000. And these are sales we need to really use for whatever purpose you want it to be used for. Now I have sales, every individual. Let's create a sales bin. And again, it's important to point out that bins are used for measures as continuous values because you can categorize them in that range. So I'll create a sales bin. So what you do here is click on that field, the drop down arrow, and you go to create. You see bins, okay? Now I just want to see them in a group of maybe 1,000 is common. I want to see that number of sales value within that range or that group. So for every 1,000, I want to see the number of sales. And I've been able to create a sales bin, and I'm going to drag it into this place. All right. Now this is a text table. It still does not explain what I really want, my intention. So what I'll be doing is to create a bar chart. All right. I will turn this to a bar chart to see that range. Pardon me. So I'll make this continuous because I use that as an illustration, and discrete. A continuous, or possibly let's just pick a new value to just make it continuous and a measure. Sum. Okay. Let's go back one step at a time, or one step in time. If you want to convert from dimension to a measure, all you simply need to do is to apply a measure to it. So rather than going the route of giving you new figure, I just thought I should quickly point that out. So let's just count distance. Now we have our bar chart, okay? Because we have our sales bin, which is always in dimension because it's going to just be used for categorization or grouping. Now, what this visualization interprets for us is that for every sales bin that is within 0,000 to 999, we have this amount of sales. So again, if you want to see the breakdown of the sales, we can decide to do that. But the bin has helped us to say for between 0 to 999, you have this number, and between 1,000 to 1,099, of course, you have this amount of sales, 444. I will just simply create a new sheet for you to see what I mean and to just justify that logic. Again, let's make our sales a dimension and a discrete value. If you want to see the difference between dimension and a discrete value, please check my video. You may see the link at the top of this video as well. Now we've seen individual values, and I'm going to quickly create a calculated field called index. Okay, now I think I've created it. Let me show you as my serial number. Index formula is within there. And I'm going to use this as my serial number. Again, I will change this to discrete because I need it in front. All right, so we've seen individual values and been able to number them. And this figure or the histogram or bar chart is telling us that we have 6,008 sales value within the range of 0 and 999. So let's go back to our sheet and go to, this is between 0 and 999. Let's scroll down and see. So 999, almost 1,000. Can you see 6,008? So this is correct. And again, if we go the route of checking, it will definitely say 443. But just to buttress what I'm saying, so in case you don't want to see this grouping, the breakdown, numbers just too cumbersome, just interested in the total number, just go in the route of using a bin. I can decide to change my bin to between the range of interval 500. That's basically interval creation for grouping. Now it's reduced to 5,173. So between 0 and 499, I should expect that number 499. Let's see. 499 should be somewhere. Yeah. 51673, which is correct. So that's how you use it. And you can go a step further to say you want to know for products, count of products that fall within, you can not just a single value using sales. We can decide to use products name. Let's just say product name. And possibly count it by turning this dimensional fact, linking it to this. Now, for every sales between that range, we have this amount of products, okay, which is 1,649. We can decide to do that here as well and say we want to see products for that particular range, which is between 0 and 499. Well, we may not be able to establish that because there will be a repetition for that, but let's just see, because this serial number goes with the sale. Okay, let's try to put sales in front and see if we can see what I mean. We have repetition of, but basically we'll be able to establish the fact that that is what it's used for. But again, you can use several fields in there to alongside your being, not necessarily just one singular field. I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please like, share, and subscribe to